All right. Good morning, everyone. We are so excited to be here with you. Thanks for sharing your morning with us. My name is Taryn Duffy. I'm the Vice President of Public Affairs for MGM Northeast Group. I cover Massachusetts and, most importantly for today, New York. So want to thank you all for taking the time this morning. This is the first time we're doing something like this, and considering the response certainly will not be the last. We're so happy that all of you are so interested in what we're doing. I really want to thank our co-sponsors, the Business Council of Westchester and the Bronx Chamber of Commerce. They are critical partners of ours, and we are so grateful for their continued support. And we're grateful to have so much support from so many of you. We're going to be talking about supplier diversity today. As you know, you're going to learn about how to do business with MGM Resorts and Empire City Casino. You're going to meet some members of our team who focus on finance and procurement and all good things. But I also want to talk about and just kind of address what I consider to be probably the elephant in the room. Excuse me. I'm expecting that some of you might be here today thinking you might get some news on the casino license process and our timeline for that. And I just want to level set expectations. That is something we talk about all day, every day. So we are working on that and excited about that. We're preparing what we think will be an incredibly engaging license application. But there is no timeline for that yet. It's all a little bit of a question mark. So for those of you who were anticipating hearing some news about that, today we're really going to be talking about our current state, not our future state. But I'm happy to answer any questions about that if you want to reach out to me offline. But again, we don't have a timeline for that. That said, we know this is going to be a highly competitive process. We know we're not going to do it alone. Our community support is really going to put us over the edge, we think. And I think the Business Council of Westchester and the Bronx Chamber and so many of the other organizations that support us in this. And as a matter of fact, before I introduce Marcia Gordon to say a few words, I want to thank really all of the organizations that have banded together with the Bronx Chamber, with the Business Council of Westchester, with so many unions, business organizations, stakeholders, nonprofit organizations, when they formed the alliance in support of our application. And perhaps we can, for anybody who wants more information about that, we could put a link in the chat for anybody who wants that. Thank you, Tatiana. So as we move forward, please feel free to ask questions, put them in the chat or the Q&A, and we will get to as many of them as possible. But right now, I'd really like to invite Dr. Marcia Gordon, President and CEO of the Business Council of Westchester, to say a few words. Marcia?
Thank you so much, Taryn, and thank you for your leadership. And most importantly, I think that this webinar really showcases the values and the culture that Empire City has to work with small businesses, to work with businesses in our region, to encourage supplier diversity. And that has been throughout the history of Empire City. So Taryn, we thank you. And we're very excited about the unbelievable potential for the future. The Business Council of Westchester, under the leadership of our Executive Vice President, John Ravitz, has supported the full gaming license because it's a win-win for the county, for the state, and for the region. This will be a true workforce development incubator, creating hundreds, thousands of sustainable jobs. The Business Council of Westchester will continue to lead the Alliance of Business, Labor, and Community-Based Organizations in partnership to get this full license awarded to Empire City. But today we're here to learn about, certainly to support Empire City, but also to learn about what opportunities are available now. And there are many opportunities, and we look forward to working with the small businesses and the businesses on this webinar to make those connections. So Taryn Duffy and your team, thank you very much.
Thank you, Marcia. I also would, if we have Lisa Sorn from the Bronx Chamber of Commerce on, I'd love to invite her to say a few words. Again, we know that as we do better at Empire City Casino, everyone does better, right? It just benefits the entire region. We're less than 2 miles over the Bronx border. We love the fact that our workforce is entirely local. I always say that we are colleagues, but we are also friends and oftentimes neighbors and sometimes even family. So we're excited that a third of our workforce comes from the Bronx, and a lot of our visitors come from the Bronx. And with more visitation than the Empire State Building, we know that as we do better, the entire region rises with us. So we're very focused on our communities. Lisa, thanks for being here. Thanks for sponsoring this. You want to say a few words?
Absolutely. Good morning, Taryn, and good morning to the team at MGM. Marcia and you have said it perfectly. MGM Empire Casino has been an amazing partner to the Bronx, to the employees. I almost want to say that I should switch out jobs. The great paying jobs that Empire and MGM offers, the amount of training and talent, and now we're adding the icing to the cake and being able to do this diversity opportunity for our members and our small businesses. To basically support what Marcia is saying. From the get-go, Empire Casino, MGM has been a partner to us, not only to our small businesses. A lot of your businesses actually come from the borough, and we're super excited as to what's to come, the thousands of jobs, how well they're being paid. But today I'm super excited because I think the one challenge we have had in the Bronx is how do we get our minority businesses to really engage with high-powered corporations that are willing to take them on as suppliers. And those are questions we get almost on a daily basis. So the fact that you're taking the leadership on this, on such an important project that's presently there, and if everything works well, it'll explode by thousands. And the fact that our team and the people here in attendance this morning have an opportunity to be first and foremost on learning how to do business with you all. We're super excited. Count on us because you support the Bronx, and we in turn support anything that builds our economic development here in the borough. So thank you. And I'm really looking forward to hearing all about this and being able to share it out for those who weren't able to join us this morning. So thank you, Taryn, and thank you to the entire team.
Thank you, Lisa. Have a good morning, and thanks for jumping on. Clearly, you're in transit to your next destination, but we really appreciate you taking a few minutes.
I would have never missed it.
Yeah. So I also want to take a minute. This webinar opportunity was shared by so many organizations. So the Westchester Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the Yonkers Chamber of Commerce, Mount Vernon, and so many others. As everyone saw it, they started to share it. So thank you for that. That's what we want to continue to do. I'd like to introduce our Vice President of Finance, Jonathan Cocciola, who's been with our company for a really long time with us and has grown through the ranks, which is fantastic. And you're also going to hear from Tobias Thornwell, who is so passionate about supplier diversity. And this is his mission, right? You meet people and you just know that they have a reason to be in this world, a particular one, and that is Tobias for us. He is just a champion of this cause, and we love him for it. He does incredible work, and I'm so pleased to for all of you now to meet them both. Though I'm going to give it over to them, and I'll be here to answer any questions if you need me.
Awesome. Thank you, Taryn, and thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Marcia. These partnerships have proven to be invaluable. I'm watching the attendees tracker. We're just north of 60 attendees right now, so this is incredible. As Taryn had alluded to, this is the first time we've done an event like this, so we are super excited on property. You'll hear from Tobias later, and he goes to many different events, especially down in National Harbor, promoting MGM as well as his property and outreach to local diverse supplier organizations. We have a purchaser here, Mohammed. He has joined Tobias on this journey. So while we've seen other properties, what we're really looking to do is upgrade our purchasing here. Local spend has always been part of our DNA here at Empire, even pre-MGM. But as MGM took us over in 2019, it gave us the time to evaluate and enter some of these corporate programs. Supplier diversity is one of the core values of MGM Resorts International. And as we enter this program, we're really looking to increase our local spend, our diverse supplier spend. And what that means is we know that there are companies in our backyard right now we just haven't been able to engage with. So as we go through the presentation, we're going to hit some of the key areas where we currently have spend and where we think you might be a fit. And I encourage you to scan the QR code as we go through and let us know if you believe that we can make a match here and do business in the future. Now, we do know, as Taryn had alluded to, down the road, there will be some future hopeful expansion and what is to come here. You could still sign up for the database. It is a pre-qualification database. But also, if you do believe that there's local spend or business engagement that we could do together, we encourage you to sign up. I will walk you through the supplier packet and how to do business with us a little bit more in this presentation. And we look forward to hearing from all of you. So once again, Jonathan Cocciola, as Taryn alluded to, have been here quite a bit, 10 years. So I've seen this property develop through adding electronic table games to that portica share that's out front, to the expansion of gaming. But clearly, we hope there's more to come. But I thank all of you. At the heart of this is supplier diversity, and I'm going to hand it off to Tobias Thornwell from National Harbor, who, as Taryn had said, this is his bread and butter. This is what he breathes every day, and we couldn't be more thrilled to partner with him as he helps to launch our programming.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Thank you again, Dr. Marsha and Lisa. We're super excited to be here today. Appreciate all the support from the Business Council of Westchester, as well as the Bronx Chamber of Commerce. As Jonathan and Taryn mentioned, I'm the Senior Strategic Sourcing Manager for MGM Resorts. My primary focus is contracting and sourcing and gaming compliance for MGM National Harbor, as well as supplier diversity and supporting our regional properties, precisely MGM Empire City. Been supporting them for over the last year and a half. Really excited about some of the things we've been working on, as well as some of the things we have in the pipeline. Just recently, myself and Mohammed, our corporate counterparts, had the opportunity to attend a national conference at MSDC in Baltimore, Maryland. We got to engage with thousands of diverse suppliers. So definitely excited to connect with those suppliers, learning more about them, and seeing where we can have a great fit at Empire City. Next is want to briefly go over our agenda today before we get into the meat of the topics. First, we're going to talk about some of our local and diverse supplier sourcing. We're also going to talk about some current opportunities within purchasing, not only items and services, but also what we have in our pipeline in terms of building suppliers up. So for example, we know we might be bidding out X, Y, and Z opportunities this summer, starting to meet those suppliers today and vetting them. So that way, when the opportunity comes up, we can include those diverse and local suppliers in upcoming RFPs. We're also going to talk about how you register to do business with us, diversity certification. We're going to share some contact information so you guys have a direct line to Mohammed and I, and then we're going to do some Q&A. MGM Resorts Global Procurement. We seek suppliers to deliver solutions, innovative opportunities to create unique customers' experiences. Our goal is to partner with local and diverse suppliers to build both short and long-term relationships, help find strategic solutions to advance and develop our gaming facilities, our hotels, and our entertainment venues for our customers. We're committed to doing this with vendors in the community, both local and diverse, whether they're minority, women-owned, veteran-owned, LGBTQ-owned, and disabled-owned businesses. United through diversity. MGM Resorts, as well as all of our regional properties, such as Empire City, are passionate about working with diverse businesses. MGM Resorts have done over 10% of their business with diverse certified businesses as of 2022. We are happy to say this year we're trending to approach 13%. MGM Empire has doubled their diversity spend over the past year. MGM Resorts has spent over $4.6 billion with diverse businesses, and we work with over 400 diverse suppliers. We're right now, we're going to talk about our mentorship program. We have a focus on graduating over 100 diverse suppliers from our mentorship program. This is our class this year for 2023. We just wrapped up our last workshop. Their graduation is going to be in Las Vegas in January. We do have a couple of suppliers from New York, which we'll mention in a moment. Jonathan's actually one of our mentors in our mentorship program. Our mentorship program is an 8-month program. We talk about SWOT analysis, doing business assessments, so businesses can learn about their strengths, their weaknesses, their opportunities, and their threats. We also go over certain key topics such as financial literacy, legal concepts, developing SOPs, how to run a profitable business, and so forth. To be eligible for this program, You have to be a diverse owned business, meaning 51% of your business has to be owned by a veteran, minority, woman, disabled, or LGBTQ owned person. This opportunity is available for both current as well as potential suppliers, both through MGM Resorts and BetMGM. You must have an annual sales of 500,000, and you must sign a commitment letter. We'll be taking and looking at new vendors for our program in February next year. Please check out our LinkedIn page at MGM Resorts as well as Empire City Casino. Here are two testimonies from two women-owned businesses in our Massachusetts and our Maryland properties and their experience with our mentorship program. Again, during our mentorship program, it's an 8-month period. We give you a one-on-one monthly with an executive leader, either a VP or executive director or a director. Some of the workshops you would take with Blue Wave Supplier Development are again about health and safety, environmental protection, policy, cybersecurity, quality control, financial literacy, corporate policies, and technical capabilities in cybersecurity. What MGM sources? When you think about MGM, I want you guys to think about the whole entire building. So let's look at Empire City. We have a racetrack. We have a back of the house employee section. We have locker rooms. We have slots. We have electronic games. We have a parking lot. We need goods and services to run our whole entire facility. So not only architectural engineering, construction, and development, which will be coming down the pipeline, hopefully, but also things to support our ongoing operations, whether it's in our restaurants, our VIP lounges, or in our parking lots. Next, Jonathan is going to talk about some of these opportunities that we're trying to build our supplier base out so we can include them in some upcoming bids.
Sure. Thanks again, Tobias. Thank you for the shout out for the mentorship program. Just for that program, before we get into our current opportunities, if you are a minority or diverse owned business, we encourage you to apply. The certification is needed. It's a fantastic program. It doesn't mean there's not a lot of work to it. But as Tobias said, it is an 8-month-long program. It provides you with tools and resources and partnership with MGM that our mentee says is invaluable. Just this past month, she had taken her business and pitched some ideas to National Harbor, who she would not have linked with prior to joining this program. So please, if you are interested, reach out to Tobias and I for more information on that one. But as far as current opportunities, we do hear, and it is understandable, some vendors, you believe that maybe you wouldn't be a good match to do business here because you're not in the gaming industry. Yes, we have 4,400 slot machines on our floor. You're not in the racetrack business. Yes, we have a historic track that's 100+ years old, and we race 5 nights a week, and we're very proud of that. We have food and beverage. We have multiple bars. We have quick service outlets. We do have sit down. We have the pub. We have our steakhouse, which is the Chop House. That's not to go without saying that there's not everything else to bid on. Promotional items, as you can imagine, if you've ever been to a casino, and especially this one in particular, if you haven't been here, we invite you to come in and to check it out. It is quite a large gaming floor, so you would imagine on the janitorial supplies, which we could talk about, EVS for cleanliness, there is a lot to do here. But first and foremost is promotional items. So this ranges from anything that we give out to the guests, as well as fun logoed pens that everybody likes to sign their check after a good meal at the pub, and they try to pocket it and take it out. But please enjoy that one on us. But as far as promotional items, it could be anything from trinkets that are logoed, such as a little tub or can of mints. We gave out stress balls with our logo that were in the shape of dice, and that was by far one of the greatest things we could have ever given out. People are still asking for them. But we also have VIP gifts that could range in the $60, $75 price point. And we have gift continuity, which is a fun program we run here where certain guests get invited on 4 different Sundays. It could be a bedding set. So pillows the first week, sheets the second week, the comforter could be the end. And we churn out about 2,000 of those per Sunday. So promotional items is all encompassing, and it's typically gift to the guests as well as our logo items. On the janitorial products, paper goods by far the most, such as toilet tissue, rolled paper towel, cleaning supplies, if not just the chemicals, as well as the actual machinery and equipment. As you could imagine, 4,400 slot machines carry the weight of quite a large carpeted floor. So we burn through vacuums, extractors, etc., quite a bit. uniforms and uniform cleaning. Just as it would suggest, we do have most of our staff is in uniform. We do have certain needs where we just get uniform design, which we appreciate, and look for comfortable, wearable clothes that could be wash and wear, as well as the actual laundering of the garments. Small constructions and repairs, there's always something going on property, whether we're putting up a new fence, building a new display. The parking lot takes quite a bit of our time and attention, whether it's striping, filling potholes, etc. Light repair, the marquee that is on this building, as you see right there, as well as all the various light fixtures throughout the building. And then on maintenance, whether it's our doors, vertical transportation, once again, going down to the parking lot, snow removal, and we're going to talk on F&B, but in that maintenance areas, hood cleaning and deep cleaning of the kitchens. Our next slide will talk more about the food and beverage procurement opportunities. So restaurant supplies. In our sit-down restaurants, we're always trying to add an enhanced experience. So whether it's the look and feel of the menu, the candle or fake candle there, or a light fixture that could be on a table, anything that will provide better ambiance. But also, as pictured here, is our big kitchen, which is our food court. So it could be any of the display items, how our condiments are out there, the cutlery, the napkins. So always looking to refresh that. Paper products, napkins, our disposables, our plates, our packaging. We do have, as you enter our food court, refrigerated cases, which we supply various prepared goods such as sandwiches and salads. So those plastic items as well. Kitchen equipment. Our food court is running at any time 12 to 14 hours per day. We do burn our equipment in pretty quick, and we burn it out even quicker, it feels like. So anything as far as servicing the equipment as well as new equipment, we would always be interested in. And just the general food products as listed. We've done, we believe, a great job with our produce and dairy coming from local, but we do know that we could fill some of these other gaps with local spend as well. Next slide, please, Tobias. So this is where I would encourage you, if you believe that you're a good match, to please scan and tell us a little bit about yourself. This is a database that's set up at the moment just for this property right here. As we go through and vet, we could also try to link these to the larger MGM database, but we like to take care of it here first with our suppliers that are in our backyard. So I'll leave this up for the next 10 seconds, and we will also try to follow up with each and every one of you on today's call to send this out again in case you missed it or need to provide. When you scan that QR code, it's basically going to be, tell us a little bit more about yourself, your standard company name, ownership, what it is you do, and then some references as applicable. If we go through the vetting process, one of the biggest things you will have to do is complete a SIP, which is Supplier Information Packet. Next slide, please. On the SIP, it is a little daunting, but in gaming, we are highly regulated, and MGM is in multiple jurisdictions. So although the 24-page packet or whatever it's up to these days may seem daunting, a lot of it applies to Borgata in Atlantic City has certain requirements. Detroit has certain requirements. The SIP is more or less regurgitating the W-9, which we do require you to online attest to, and then just some brief information. Who do we contact as far as orders? Where do they go? If we need to contact your AR department, who do we go to? There are insurance liability or insurance requirements. If you do not have the applicable insurance, please let us know. We could definitely discuss, depending on whether your service is provided in the building or outside of the building. These are generally the rules, but there are certain exceptions that our risk department can make. We know that it all comes at a cost, so we appreciate that. Just lastly, on the SIP packet, why that's important. MGM is on a no PO, no pay. So we just want to make sure that every vendor is set up appropriately. Once you're set up, you will have a supplier number, and that is how internally we can issue our POs to you, and then thus have a seamless transition between the ordering process, the invoicing process, and obviously getting our vendors paid on time. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Next, we're going to talk about the importance of diversity certification. As many of you guys know, New York State has a MWBE program, and many of you guys are certified. But for those who are not certified, some of the benefits of being certified is being a part of a community where you have advocates for doing business with other diverse-owned businesses, enhancing your visibility to corporations, as well as state and local agencies, as well as being in exclusive databases. So when companies like us, Empire, go to look for diverse suppliers, not only are we relying on our own database that we're going to encourage you guys to register in, but we're also going to look at New York State's database. So if you're not in our database or New York State's database, we can miss out on you. Also, New York State provides certain networking and support opportunities, training, consulting, and other resources to help you grow your business as well as be successful. And as mentioned, many corporations utilize these things as they have either supply diversity requirements through the state, or they just have their own corporate goals that they want to achieve working with local and diverse businesses. Let alone, this also sets you aside from other businesses. In today's industry, lots of companies want to support businesses that are women-owned businesses, veteran-owned businesses. That's definitely an objective of a lot of individual people, and we'd like to do the same. One of the great things about New York State's program, they do have a fast track program. So those who might be certified with other agencies such as MSDC, WeBank, the Port Authority, the list is listed on the site. You can also do a fast track, which will speed up the process, how you complete the application. So for example, instead of being a longer, say 50-page application, it shortens it, for example. We also have resources such as Westchester Business Council, Bronx Chamber of Commerce, and others such as MBDA that can also assist you with this application process if you need any help. Next, talking about Westchester, they also have their own database and registration group. It's also to support and grow minority and women-owned businesses in the Westchester County area. It gives you opportunities for contracting in the county, as well as other state and local businesses. And Empire City will also be utilizing their database to find and meet Westchester County businesses and diverse businesses. They also share information on workshops, seminars, networking, and training opportunities as well. For those who are not familiar with the Catalyst, please take a picture of this or write down this link so you can register. Again, Empire City will be utilizing this to find local and diverse businesses. And I'll leave this up for a few seconds for people to snap a picture. Empire City has also recently partnered with MSDC, the National Minority Supply Development Council, as well as WeBank, the Women Business Enterprise Network Council, National Council. Locally in the New York region, you have WeBank Metro New York and MNJ MSDC. I keep track of my acronyms, where we have partnered with this past June, where we have done conferences, attended events. As mentioned, Muhammad and I attended the MSDC national event on behalf of corporate and Empire City just 2-3 weeks ago in Baltimore City. This Friday, I will be attending an event with WeBank, New York Metro, and the greater DMV area. We are huge partners of them, not just nationally, locally as well. And we're looking to continue to work with them to also grow our supply diversity program and meet more diverse and women-owned businesses. Next, I want to introduce you to Muhammad. Muhammad has over 40 years of procurement and purchasing and business hospitality. He is the purchasing manager at Empire City. Again, that's his email address. This is my email address. Again, we're looking forward to engaging with everyone, contacting everyone. As Jonathan mentioned, please register on that QR code. We will show that at the end so we can follow up with everyone and learn more about your businesses. Please include your capability statement, any certifications you have. And if there are any questions that we don't get to today, please share those questions with Muhammad and I will get back to you guys. I know we talked a lot about Empire City and we started off talking about MGM Resorts, but for those who don't know, MGM Resorts is a leading global hospitality entertainment company. We operate not only in Las Vegas, but also in Atlantic City with Borgata, Springfield, which is in Massachusetts, MGM National Harbor, which is in Maryland, MGM Detroit, which is in Michigan, and several other casinos, as well as casinos that are outside of the United States. We're known for our Bellagio fountains, as well as our boxing rings at MGM Grand, and our horse racing tracks at Empire City and Northfield Park in Ohio. We have thousands of restaurants, dozens of casinos, as well as dozens of entertainment venues. Just last year, Park theater was ranked one of the top theaters in the United States. But more importantly, of just being a place known for entertainment, we are a company that believes in supporting the community, and we like to focus on what matters, and what's something that matters to us most importantly right now is working with diverse and local and small businesses. Next, before we start the QA session, we're gonna leave this page up for the whole entire time, so that way you guys have Muhammad and my email addresses, as well as you can scan that registration code so you can get into our database so we can contact you and learn more about your business. As opportunities open up, either myself, Muhammad, or someone from our corporate office will be in contact with you to continue to vet your company and include you in upcoming bid and RFP opportunities. Again, just want to reemphasize that we're looking to work with as many local and diverse companies as possible, specifically in the Westchester County and Bronx Borough. Thank you. So next, we're going to open it up to Q&A. Amanda, if you could give me a hand with that.
Any questions, please input them in the webinar chat. Tatiana has posted the link to the Business Council of Westchester, SureBet for New York link. So Tatiana, thank you for putting that in there as well.
We do have one question. It says, when will MGM start to transition with Empire City? If I'm understanding that question clearly, Empire City is already a casino. It's already a part of the MGM Resorts family. We purchased them back in 2019.
Yep. At the moment, as far as the transition, if that alludes to the corp or the commercial license, once again, the future state that is dependent right now on an RFA process in New York State, which is open to all operators and companies. So we are thrilled to be applying for a license, but no set timeline there and no outcome yet, obviously.
Next question, is there only for minority-owned businesses? Our focus, we would do business with all type of companies. However, we're particularly focusing on local, small, and diverse-owned companies because those type of companies normally don't have opportunities with corporations. So you don't have to be diverse to do business with us, but we do have an extra emphasis on looking for diverse women, minority-owned, veteran-owned companies to actually give them that path to do business with us and open up those lines of communication.
I have another one, which it looks like Mo was quick on the Q&A answer. I'm certified as a minority business in Westchester County, but not New York State. Would MGM still consider that a minority vendor? Yes, that certification, especially in Westchester, would uphold. So thank you for that.
However, we would like you to start the New York State process. We do want to, all the diverse suppliers we work with, whether they're certified with MSDC, Westchester, New York City, Port Authority, we are highly encouraging you guys to get certified with the state of New York through their WMBE SDE program. We know that process could be a little lengthy, so we're at least asking you to start now, so that way when the time comes, you will be certified.
I am a PR and events consultancy based here in New York City. Are there opportunities to work with MGM on events, outreach campaigns, etc.? Absolutely. And I'm sure Taryn would love to work with you in the future. Often the requirements, and this is another question, payment terms, capacity, etc., preclude small businesses. Are there allowances for small businesses regarding contract terms? Yes. This is also why we have this database set up, so that we know that these vendors are unique at the moment to Empire. We could definitely look at a vendor by vendor basis to see what works best between the two companies before opened up to the general MGM Resorts International population. The payment terms, we can try to tighten up. We know that for local businesses, especially smaller businesses, quicker payment makes everybody happy. So yes, we can remain flexible on some of those. And then once again, just regarding the insurance requirements, that will also come down to what type of service is being provided. Are you inside of the building? Is there risk there? So we could definitely discuss that.
We also have competitive deposits that we can provide, not just for construction, but also for certain type of purchases. So again, that's something we can make an exception for a local, smaller, diverse businesses. As John mentioned, we do have very competitive payment terms. Our payment terms for certified diverse suppliers are net 15. We also have exceptions for local and small businesses as well.
This is regarding basically who to reach out or where to reach out regarding New York WBE. Yes, we could definitely reach out and give provide links and the best way to sign up for Westchester as well as New York State and what those steps are. So thank you for that question. Opportunities for vendors who focus on organizational professional development. Professional development is very big here at MGM, and we all attend quite a bit of classes and certifications. So as far as development, whether managers and above, and helping people manage people, leaders of people, if you will, take their next step, we are always interested in certain programming to help all of our leaders as well as our general employee population. So yes, thank you.
So someone asking you email us again, all the places you can register. So you can definitely register on Westchester County's website and their WMBE program, as well as New York State SDE program, and start the certification process, as well as our database, and the QR code is on the screen right now. Any other questions?
See them popping up.
All right, everybody. I think we have answered all the questions related to our diversity supplier and how to do business with Empire City. Jonathan and Tobias, anything to add, or Mohammed, before we wrap? I want to be respectful of time.
No, we will continue to outreach to this group. So we appreciate you joining our presentation. And as Taryn had said, we hope this is one of many in the future.
Oh, give us 1 sec. There actually are a few more questions. Thank you, Tatiana. So yes, we do work with suppliers that provide emergency remediation, mitigation, middle of the night, grease traps explode, sewage leaks, and so forth. If you provide that service, definitely reach out to us. It's always great to have one of those suppliers in our pipeline that we can reach out to for those emergency services. Will we need any horse-related services? Yes, please reach out to us. That's definitely a huge opportunity for us, whether it's providing hay, different products for the horses. Definitely share what your capabilities are so we can touch base with our racetrack team and see where we can see a good fit for you. What if your business makes less than $500,000 a year for the mentorship program? That is one of the key items, but it's not the only one. We do want to make sure your business is at a certain size where you can benefit from some of the learning material that we teach that might not apply to a business that make less. However, depending what type of business you are in terms of goods and services you provide, your footprint, and how long you've been in business for, we can make exceptions for less than $500,000.
And Tobias, I do see the question, will we receive the presentation? It will not be sent out, but this is being recorded. It will live on the BCW's Facebook page, as well as their website, and on the Bronx Chamber of Commerce website as well. So you can watch it again and again. And of course, the contact information is there for Mohammed and Tobias. You can email any other questions that you might think of afterwards that are related to procurement. Just email it to them and they'll be happy to answer. Thanks everyone for taking the time today to be with us, and mostly for your support. We're really excited at the future of this property, but certainly most excited to continue to develop new partnerships. As you all know, Empire City has been operating as a casino for 17 years. The track has been accepting wagers for 124 years, since 1899, but it's still a very bright future ahead, and we're very, very excited at the potential for this property and really developing into our potential. So thanks for everything. We look forward to continuing the dialogue with each of you, and growing together.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a great day.